welcome back to Let Me Be Frank, latest episode. Myself, Simon Houston, Frank McAvenny and Scott Brown's with us.
Wow. And only.
Scott Brown, fantastic.
Sorry lads.
How are you?
I'm all good, pal. All good.
You good?
It's been a while since I've seen you.
We had a few days in Jersey and it was memorable.
Quite quiet.
Yeah, for me it was. It was good. It was good fun. But it was back in the summer.
I remember I was talking to him on the phone during that, and it was a bit.
Did he talk?
I can't remember.
I got him about. I think it was about 8:30 in the morning. I thought you were just coming in.
Oh, that's not very good.
In fact,
that's not very good.
Scott, you were the background because I remember saying. I was going to say to Scott about the podcast. Did you ever get a chance to mention it? Come on.
I did actually.
I think 400 times in that, just in 3 nights.
But Fiver, tell us a story about how you said to him, I can do any night apart from a Thursday. And then he went, all right, no bother, what about a week on Thursday?
Aye, next Thursday, all right.
That was a joke. That was me supposed to be
Actually,
funny.
it is next Thursday, all right.
But listen, thanks for coming on, that's
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Much appreciated.
And you're
Thanks for
wearing
having me.
your sporting.
Straight up from training, is it?
Straight for training. We swapped days around, didn't we? I messed up, right? I'm going to tell you the truth, right? I messed up. So we had a charity do at Ayr at the start of the season, and they put me in what's up for sale to go and take a kids football team. So we
Got to do that tomorrow.
yes, tomorrow, yes. So
Aye.
hence the reason.
That's all right.
I did mess
We
up
can
a little
adapt. The boys in here are good at it.
Flexible, you, eh?
Very, very flexible. So I'm told.
I remember reading my story of you being flexible.
Yeah, I know.
We're sitting here just about an hour or two before Celtic play Dortmund, so we don't know what, when everyone's watching this, we don't know what the score's going to be.
No.
So
You better speed your answers up here, because I need to get back to Edinburgh for the game.
we'll make ourselves look stupid with predictions, and we won't do any predictions. But anyway, so Scott, right, joking aside, what a start to the season you've had as a manager at Ayr, that's brilliant. Unbeaten.
It's been good so far, aye. The lads have been brilliant. The chairman's like just so chilled, so down to earth. It just kind of lets us dad on, and myself and Stephen would just go and do whatever we need to do. Training field, players come in, that's your budget. Don't overspend it because there's no more money. So that is it. So we've tried to pretty much get as much quality personalities and a bit of youth in about us as well, because the legs is key for the championship as well. You know what it's like, and as soon as it comes, like the winter comes, there's no grass on that pitch, and it's just got to be athletes and make sure we try to play as much football as we possibly can.
Do they still do that? Check up in the background of them and that for personality? Because I don't think the big teams do it now, do they?
We try and dig in
Because
as much as we possibly
you need
can.
that for a dressing room, I think. You need personality. Somebody's going to come into the dressing room and brighten it up. You know, it's like some of them now all get earphones, Scott, and they walk about and nobody talks.
To be fair, I stay out the dressing room, right? So I don't know what happens in the
as a
dressing room.
manager.
But no, there is a lot of personalities in our team, and I think the performances are showing that, because they're all together, which is a great thing. We are a young team. We've got a lot of young lads out on loan that come back in, but to train with us as well. But they're doing quite well as well. So no, it's a club that's hopefully going places, and hopefully we can keep them.
Yeah, brilliant. So you've just signed a new contract as well, which is great.
I know we've done well there. Didn't tell the chairman.
Was that you put in the paper at St Johnson? That was
Hey, that double whammy sometimes works.
Did that all, there was a lot of talk about St Johnson and whatever, but I mean, and that will cliche, but you just put it in your mind to go on with the job at hand and all that. But
it's part and parcel. I think like John was in for it, and Manny was in for it, Rhys McCabe, and I think half the people, Ian Murray and stuff like that, half the people that have done well in the championship, and obviously the ones that are at the lower end of the SPL, are obviously looking to see the ones that are hopefully going to go well. And we're all young managers, and well, maybe John's maybe not as young as what we are, but he's still young in the mind, and he's done a great job at Falkirk as well. So fair play, he's brought them up through League One, doing really well in the championship, and he went to Celtic Park. We just watched the game there, and yeah, they gave an excellent performance as well.
Also, I suppose you'd be going for a position where things are going great for you. Take a new job and it could change just like that. You know, you probably want to just.
Oh, believe me, it does. Yeah, like day-to-day injuries, people are off ill, a few other things that's happened in the club, and it is part and parcel of what happens. And at the weekend there, we had 4 subs on the bench, and at the start of the season, we were able to leave people out the squad because they were that strong. And now you're looking, going, Jesus, we lost our striker, centre halves. We've got a right back playing centre half that's been phenomenal.
Long-term injuries, is it?
Well, we've got a striker done his cruciate. And we've got a centre half came in and he's going to be out for between 3 and 6 months, and we only got him on loan from Fulham. 3 or 4 training sessions, out, back down the road, maybe having to have an operation. So, bit of thinking, but hey, we take on the chin and we move on.
Of course, aye.
The things you've got to think about going into work, completely different from when you were playing, when all you had to think about was, well...
Different job, wasn't it? I mean, it's
Just turn up.
Just turn up,
turn up and go, and after training, now you're there on
No, the thing is, like, if I was playing golf on the Monday, you can leave at 12:30, you can leave at 1 o'clock. You were on a recovery day after the game on the Saturday. So now a Monday's like, right, you need to make sure you watch Falkirk, make sure you know what prep for the game is. We've got to take training in the morning, and then we come back, we're watching more of Falkirk, how they defend set plays. You're like, here we go, this is 4 or 5 o'clock, and then we've got to drive back to Edinburgh as well. So it's part and parcel, it's what we signed up for. We enjoy it, it's been great so far. We need to maintain the form and quality as well, but we're getting there.
Who was your first manager when you were a very young player?
Bobby Williamson.
A good education that'd have been.
Bobby gave me the. Bobby was brilliant, to be fair. I still speak to Bobby now.
But Tim was asking me, he's brilliant, he's got a wicked sense of humour.
Yeah.
Absolute wicked.
No, he used to come in and him, Jeremy Cabe and Clarky, the 3 of them, so it was like the 3 musketeers.
Alright, brilliant.
And now me and Wits are taking it, so now he's slaughtering me, saying it's no easy, wee man, is it?
He loved the referees, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Having a moan at the referees was brilliant.
You can't say much either.
I know. I used to apologise for him. I actually went in the offices, but got to apologise for what I shouted at you today. Because they're hopeless. Sorry, most of them are hopeless.
What would you like to manage at 16?
That was brilliant. No.
No.
I had a lot of energy, shall we say.
Aye.
And we played Livingston in the cup final. It was about 2005, and I remember we beat Rangers Celtic going on the lead up to that, so we've managed to beat Rangers at Hampden. I scored a penalty. Who'd have thought that? Shanked one bottom corner. Klaus thought I was going to put it top corner.
If you don't know where it's going, what chance the keeper got?
Yeah, you should know that I can't put one top corner. So shanked one there, had a lovely celebration, wee lap, then managed to beat Rangers, which was great because we were a young team, we were very naive, but we were good to play, and it was all mates coming through, which was brilliant. And then go to the cup final a couple of days before it. Bobby's like, none of you stupid persons won't get any daft haircuts or anything daft. 2 days later, I've turned up with a fucking mohawk. Big red mohawk. Right? So I'm standing there, Bobby's going, you can see his face going, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. And then Deke saying Tomo with everything, highlights here, there and everywhere. So we got beaten. I was on the front page of the paper. So it wasn't great. It was not a great start. So hey, you learn from your mistakes. I know. I went to Magaluf afterwards. I dived in the pool, and red hair dye went orange.
2 colours coming out.
So if you've got a young 16, 17-year-old in the Ayr changing room, what you are you under case of things like that? Or do you
if he's like me, release him. I think that's probably the best bet. I think if you ask Bobby, that's what he should have done. But he made the mistake to play us. No, the 16, I like the young kids coming through and having an education, but also to have an understanding of how we play. So on Mondays we'll bring them in, and they're not all full time, so some of them are still at school. 16, 17-year-olds do college, so they jump in between us for a couple of days. But it's been a good learning curve for them, but they start to get up to speed as quick as they possibly can, training with the first team, because you're training with 16, 15-year-old kids when they're not full time, and then they're coming in training with men. So the speed of the game, the strength of the lads, but also the quality on the ball starts to rise a little bit, so they need to get to that level as quick as they possibly can.
You've played under some great managers at Hibs at Celtic. I'm trying to think, correct me if I'm wrong, but at Celtic it was Strachan, then Mowbray, then Neil Lennon, then Brendan Rodgers. So
Missed one.
I've missed one.
Strachan,
Mowbray, Neil Lennon.
Who's after Lennon?
Martin.
I'm not that old, you.
No, you know how old I was. Back he came after Strachan, didn't he? It was
No, Martin was before Stratton.
This is embarrassing.
Come on.
So
you won the league.
Won
the league.
Ronnie Tyler. Ronnie, if you're watching.
Aye, sorry, Ronnie.
Right, so
I know.
I was going to say.
Really good impression he made on you.
Aye. Aye.
I like Broony Dyler.
It was when he went out of the crowd and all that, I'm like, no, you just drew the commander and all that. You don't do that.
Yeah, that one when he's in America and he strips down to his pants. I'm like, Jesus, come on.
I know, it's embarrassing.
You'll not see me doing that, Frank.
No,
You're right.
that's good. You look a lot better than him in your shorts.
No, sure.
If you could make an identical manager, taking a wee bit from all the great managers you've played for, what sort of aspects of all of them do you think you would take? Like, as far as
I think
a man manager, a disciplinarian, or whatever.
discipline was Lenny. Man manager's Brendan.
That just makes me laugh. Sorry, I
Tactical.
just right away. Discipline was Lenny.
Yeah, he was right on you.
Right.
All the time. He was late, but we were
Aye,
there.
it's one of them.
We'd be sitting on the bus and we're like,
Aye, brilliant.
right, where is he? Come on, Gaffer. And but you knew as soon as he came in, you were like,
Aye.
right, shut up, just stay there. And he put you in a corner and he had that like fear factor about him. And see, because we had a great dressing room, and it was all Scottish and English and Irish lads, right? It was loads of us together. We all just dealt with it really well. And it was probably the right man at the right time to keep us like straight and narrow. And he could go tonto, but also at the same time, the arm around the shoulder.
I know.
Was there a wee element of kind of do as I say, not as I do?
Aye.
Yeah, but you had respect.
But he's learned, it's name what he's learned, through the years, because he was
No, but like the thing is, he had
always a
coaches
total
at Tom,
professional, wasn't he? I mean,
Johan, he had Gary Parker, and they really had a good bond.
Right.
And then they brought it into us as well to make sure we had a good bond as well.
Right. So who did you say was the man manager? Because before you jumped
Brendan.
in. Eh?
Brendan.
Right. And then Lenny disciplinarian.
Yeah, and Strachan was the unlucky one that signed me to start with. He made the mistake. Now, Gordon was great because Gordon gave me an understanding. I was 21 at the time, and I just came to Celtic and I had a free roll at Hibs, done whatever I want, ran about, tackled, smashed people. That was my game, just to cause problems. And he started to get you to think about the game. He's like, wee man, what are you doing? He just helped me to run about and go wild. It was like structure, shape, like we're playing 4-4-2, you can be box-to-box midfielder. I was going back in the time, then he would be like, we played the first game, Champions League, I was just running about. I was like, Champions League, Shakhtar Donetsk away from home, got to go and try and impact the game. 3-0 down. He comes in at half time, wee man, go and play out there on the right. We'll put Zico in the middle of the park, he'll just sit there and you just bomb up and down that line and cause problems. So my energy was good for one thing, but at the same time my naivety of having positional sense and that, and you learned that really quick under Gordon. And see, if you didn't learn that, you were straight out. He didn't care. He was like, you will learn, this is the shape, this is how we press, this is when we go. But we had different personnel and different clientele, shall we say, from the Celtic team now. We had Big Jan up top, no oppression machine. That was the only thing. So we played to our strengths, we done really well with that.
Aye. And when you look back at the Ronnie Dyler period, I felt sorry for him in that there could have been a treble that year, and then there was that incident
Inverness.
Still
Never.
I mean, that's got to be one of the worst decisions ever.
I still can't get my head around how
The guy's line, his line of sight was perfect for it.
There was they tried out the linesman or the fifth official behind the goals as well, so
That's
they
right.
could see, and it was amazing. Everyone missed it,
Yeah.
but we all seen it.
Aye.
But we should have done better in the game. We can't just hold it just that. And throughout the whole 90 minutes, we should have been better.
So do you still speak to some of your former managers in a regular basis? Aye?
Gordon, Lenny, and Brendan. They're the three that I take a lot from, and that I've stole every training session from, by the way.
Aye.
See what I mean? Steal every training session. Oh, aye. Stole everything. But every manager does it. See, when you're a player, you try and write down as much. Like I enjoyed writing down the training sessions and having an understanding. Going, no, what? Didn't really like that one. I like this one. Or I can maybe do that. And that's what me and Whit sit and do now. Like playing Football Manager on a bigger screen.
But if you encounter something that you're not expecting or you're not prepared for, and something that happens, maybe dealing with a young player or whatever, you okay just to text them and say, what do you think? How would you deal with this? Or do you feel you're putting too much their direction with that?
No, like my door's always open to everyone, so it's like no problem whatsoever. The lads come in, they chat to us, they have a little bit of banter as well. All the young lads want to play head tennis and challenge me and Wits as well. So it's still champions now. But just can't move. See, once he gets out of that bigger court,
bigger circles.
they can keep
it small.
They can keep that area.
That's it. Keep it.
But it's good because the young lads, they want to get better. They see the players that we brought in this year, there's been an improvement from the year before because we let 10, 11 players go.
I know.
And it was like a lot of the squad that's been there for a long time as well. So we made a conscious decision to go, like, fresh start, let's go for it. And we've done that really well. We kept the ones we wanted to keep, and we've managed to bring in a little bit more quality than what we did have last season. But also keep the youthness of the squads, because we're quite young, but we've also got a lot of lads from here as well, which helps and understand the game, and they enjoy the club, they enjoy being part of it.
How are you getting on with having to change things in the game and all that? Because it's like, I mean, did you do that as a captain on a pitch, or? Because I know
I was all right.
When I was at Big Roy could change things on the pitch and tell you, don't need the manager, but you've got to do that as a manager, I suppose.
Yeah, you see things. I learned a lot from Brendan, especially at the end of my career, and that's when you start to switch on even more. And I had the luxury of working with him for 3 years, and it was brilliant to get an insight of how he changed things depending if teams played a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 1, and how you could always dominate the ball. But at the other side, it was all about press, and it was all about.
You can do it during the
See
game.
if he's not got quality.
It's great to see it done during the game when you think, wow.
I was struggling half time, like he would go out. And
Aye.
To be fair, that's on the lads as well. Our lads have really switched on. Got a captain that controls the middle of the park, and he's not a huge talker and a bit like me, but he really sets standards in training, and it's brilliant to see because every day he's there. He wants the best for us, and he dictates in games.
It's a bit like McGregor at Celtic now. You've left.
Oh, Cal's flying it.
He doesn't know a talker, is he? Really? He doesn't look it.
No, he probably wasn't as much of a talker, but you can see now he's getting a lot of passion. He's got a love for the club that's unbelievable, and he's a legend because of what he's done and what he's done now. But no, he's
doing all right. He's doing all right.
He's done no bad for himself.
He's done all right, isn't he?
What's that age gap between you and Callum? What age would he have been?
30. So I'm 39
31
now,
years. 31.
So
31.
8 years in between it.
So when you first encountered them, did you kind of look at him and think that's a potential Celtic
Broony
cap?
put him on loan.
I put him down at Bristol, wasn't it?
Notts County.
Notts County.
Notts County.
Notts County. Alongside
Jack Grealish.
yeah.
It's not bad too, that, to be fair.
Two midfield players, that
Cal
is it?
scored loads of goals when he was down there. He played as like a number 10, kind of in the pockets, and he was excellent. He came back in, and I can't remember what season it was, but came in pre-season. He's fit as a fiddle, Cal. There's no much
I
of him.
thought he looked absolutely knackered last year, to be honest with you.
He's played 60,
I know,
50
but
games. He never gets a rest.
Finished with Scotland, look at yourself.
Well,
Finished with
probably-
Scotland. All of a sudden
He had a layoff though. He had an injury last season, which might have possibly given him a bit of a rest.
I thought he was still brilliant last year as well.
Aye, but it's not like him. He never shot much. That's what I was thinking. I was
flying
watching
this
it and
year,
I'm going, he's not shooting, and everything was sideways. And
I think
keeping the
now
ball.
Celtic's got even more control in the game. They've got even more energy.
I know.
And that's what makes it exciting. The gap's getting bigger and bigger. And you can see that from every game that they play, and even going away to St Johnstone after European games.
It's crazy,
They would
isn't it?
usually struggle.
I know.
And like we struggled a lot, especially when you're travelling and that. So coming back from there, I know they've got Ross County the weekend, but you got full faith in that squad to go every game.
They've got a good squad now.
Oh, really good.
Is that the football you're tending to go down?
Oh, we're playing the exact same way and style, by the way. Don't get me wrong. If anyone wants to bid 25 million for a player,
You're not getting the players. Is that what you want to do in pressing that? That's the press.
Like we're all stats orientated now, so you got stats bomb, you got huddle and all that, and we're always looking to see how we are compared to everyone else in the league. And our pressing's been really good this season. Last season we struggled a little bit at the start, but by the end of it, the lads had really kicked on and had an understanding how we wanted to play, because it's hard going into a team going, maybe they're not a pressing team. I didn't really watch them too much before I obviously went in and watched a couple of games, but going in and changing everything dramatically, you can't really do. You've got to do it in stages. So we've managed to do that. The lads taking it in really well, and it's hopefully going to benefit us in the long term.
It's good. It's good. I like watching teams. I mean, we were talking about it out there. It's going to be a hell of a game at the weekend with you guys in Falkirk, because they play the same way. Why play football? And
Both of us been with Brendan, haven't we? That's been the problem.
Of course, I never thought that. Of course, aye.
Just cancel each other out, won't we?
It'll be the worst game. It'll be the worst game of the season. Yeah, me and my big foot. There you go. Yeah. So you're doing magnificent with them, and you got aspirations to go away. Is it? I know you just signed a contract with Ayr, but
it's more just seeing how far we can push Ayr, and how. We try and push the budget. We try and push everything about whether it's lawnmowers, pitch, everything about the area. We just try and get as much quality in, so it looks proper, because but they have got an ambition further down the line that they want to keep pushing the club as far as they possibly can, and they see themselves as a Premier League club.
Right.
So for that, they need to make sure they've got the budget.
They leave you alone, just...
Oh, it's brilliant. The chairman and that just completely leaves you, make sure they're at the side. So they just got to make sure they keep up within the budget, you know what I mean?
The minute you win the budget, you'll get another budget for January, I would imagine.
To be fair, the chairman's really good at that. As long as we're doing well, he'll keep going, and he's got a great drive about him. He's a great person.
There's nothing you can do about injuries. I mean, did you
No,
say
it's part and parcel. Yeah, so
you got a couple that come in and just early doors getting injuries? Can't do nothing about that.
well, we had Anton that was there last year. Came in, done his cruciate, nobody near him. So that was a bit of a stinker. And then we had young Connor in training, done it in training, blocking a ball, fell over, snapped his ankle. So one, and especially when he's not played.
Is that the boy for Fulham? Is that the boy?
When he's not played for us yet, so that was a bit of a kick in the teeth.
So it's no secret. You could have, when you left Hibs, there's maybe a chance of going Celtic and Rangers. But you ask this all the time. You chose Celtic. What was the story? How did it all?
I chose alright, yeah.
You did choose.
You did.
Okay.
Didn't choose bad.
I was saying, you were there actually in Jersey. They told the story, and went and met Walter, Ali, and David Murray in the car park in Sighthill in Glasgow, something underneath flats. Sat in a Land Rover and blared away to them. Then Celtic obviously phoned to ask if I can speak to them. The Hibs accepted the bid. They flew me down to London to Dermot's place, and I was like looking, going, slightly better than Sighthill.
Sitting under a bridge in Sighthill.
I got on really well with Coisty and Walter, and like being at Scotland with Tam at the time as well. So like it was really good banter. But Tommy was like texting, like saying, "Wee man, come on, you know, you want to come home, come to us. We'll make sure you're all right. We'll build the team around you." And I got on really well with Strachan in the way we wanted to play. We wanted to build the team around myself, Aidan, and all the young players that were there. So no, I just felt like it was the right place at the right time to go to a club that was in the Champions League, that was competing all the time. And to be fair, we've done well in the Champions League the first couple of seasons.
Brilliant. Done brilliant. Suppose it helps when there's more money as well.
Oh, jeez, I wish it would have been. It was Peter I was dealing with. I actually took a pay cut to go to Celtic.
You didn't know it. You didn't know it, but you're taking a pay cut.
Aye, but at least I got paid, mate.
I know. Okay. Still waiting up here.
And you mentioned a great Celtic legend, a teammate of Frank's, Tommy Burns as well. Great memories of Tommy.
Oh, so good, yeah. Even one of the first Champions League when we've ended up going through on penalties, Tam diving on top of everybody. It was brilliant. And just those memories and him texting away and having banter and chat with everybody, and it was the life and soul of that whole. It wasn't really at Lennoxtown that long, but it was when I was there. It was the life and soul of that whole dressing room. We were at Celtic Park to start with before Lennoxtown was built. So I'm showing my age now. But
I was there all the time.
Do you know what?
Monday.
Some Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But it was brilliant. It was like really good. And to be fair, Gordon really stayed the third year probably because of him, because how much he meant to him as well. So it just shows you how much he meant to everybody in that club. And there's still pictures of him in Lennoxtown now. So fair play to him with what he done for the club, and as a person, there's nobody better.
Well, I mean, that was a lovely gesture for you, what you were going through as well with your sister.
And like obviously my sister was unwell and Tam passed away. I couldn't tell you what day it was exactly, but within a couple of days, got flowers from Tommy Burns thinking of you to my wee sister. So even to his last moment, he's always thinking about other people and stuff like that. That's the kind of guy he is. He's a lovely human being. He wants the best for everybody, and no matter what he was going through and what pain he was in, he was still thinking of somebody else, which is an amazing thing.
You're right, a human being, proper human being. What was your recollections of Tam Burns?
When I used to play against him, didn't I? I was midfield for St Mirren and playing against Tam, and he's saying to me, "Big man, Celtic's looking at you." I'm going, are they? He's going to watch you tonight, go. I'm not going to chase you, just go and score and that'll get you. I'm like, I'll be out of the park. Tommy's like that, standing there, Packy get a ball, fling it out Tommy's away. So my manager's shouting ball, and I'm going, aye, I'll get him. And he's going, go on, wee man, go on again. I'm up here again. Just take it. I got an education that night, put it that way. And they're taking me off, and I'm going, but Celtic's watching me.
Remember you telling me a story of the St. season though, I mean, he was a proper winner.
I was a winner. Is that what
But there was some proper scenes in the changing room as well.
him and Mick McCarthy. Two of them, we're in amongst them, and then just winners, proper winners.
Yeah.
And it's like every game, something went wrong, you know. But they had each other's back in the pitch, but in the game, and then you just end up stopping because they're not going to hit each other, just, fronting each other. It was one of them, you're going, they just wanted everyone to get it up and moving, and Tam was brilliant. Tam was great. It was funny as hell. He was one of the funniest guys I've ever met.
I love the wee sing song as well.
He loves it. He loves it. Cost us a fortune. We'd go to a restaurant and he'd get a few glasses of wine and he'd start singing, Matt and I. Even people in the restaurant, we had to pay for their meals. You had to chip in. I'm like, going to shop, Tam.
Do you remember anybody in the change rooms over the years that would clash with each other, or that would,
It's always been that in the dressing room, hasn't it?
There's always going to be loads, to be fair. And my first day, I went into Celtic 6 or 7 weeks before, son Larson's DVD, to be fair. Big Bobo smashes me in absolute beauty, right? Like studs up in the chest, rips my chest open, gets sent off. So I've not seen the big man since. I've obviously been fighting with everyone at Celtic the whole week leading up to it, fighting with Daz the last game as well. Goes into the change room, sitting next to Bobo, and I'm like, what have I done here? I'm like,
Right, I know.
big man. And he's like, okay. So I thought, it's all right with me here.
Aye,
so I was like, have a bit of banter. What about you, big man, eh? Smashing me and getting sent off? I did not touch you. I was just like getting a lot of see going on.
I fell into you. I fell into you.
He literally chased me about Barrowfield when he smashed me. Strachan was like, man, maybe just stay away from the body. It's not going to end well for you, and I can't stop him. You're always going to fight though.
I know, but I had to go with Mick. He was at Man City. I was at West Ham and I broke his nose. Didn't get doing too well when I went because they had to keep us apart. I'm like, I didn't keep me apart. I was shit myself.
I'll go.
I'll go there. But it was all right. We ended up good pals. It was just a wind up. One of the boys had told me Mick was going to break my legs, and then Mick hadn't said anything.
So you threw the first punch?
I threw his first one. It was one of them and caught me an elbow. That was it.
You enjoyed a wind up as well. I'm thinking of Diouf, Joey Barton, Morelos.
I didn't know bad with them.
You picked the good ones, didn't you?
What was there
I know.
See with the Diouf and the famous Broony, was there a
booked for that?
Aye.
Just for literally for doing that?
Honestly, that's probably the only booking I didn't deserve.
Nah. Is that right?
There's 180 to that.
180.
Can you remember what the referee said to you? Well, first,
I remember you were having a go just before it, and then when you scored,
we had a go that whole season, to be fair. It was every game then. I think, was he still there that season afterwards? I can't even remember how long he was there, but it was actually quite good banter.
Aye.
Because I liked somebody that gave me something back as well. And the same with Morelos as well. He'd always, but he fell for it that much.
I know,
He was stupid, to be fair. Honestly, I was just sitting cheering, big man, thank you. At times I was getting him sent off, and it's just stupidity from him. Like the atmosphere, the game gets you, and it does get everybody. It's brilliant. But then some people fall into that, and to be fair, I fell into that when I tried to headbutt Kyle Lafferty as well. So we all make mistakes.
No.
I just couldn't get up there. The big man was too high, man. It didn't even hit his chin. His nips.
You see what you done to him? He's ended up at Johnson Borough. He's still playing, isn't he? He's still playing.
He was certainly playing last year. I don't know if he's still playing.
He's still playing.
Still loves the game. It's brilliant.
I think he's about 38 as well.
I know.
Big Brothers is still playing. We played Morton just there.
Is that right?
Big Brothers, 40.
Oh, brilliant.
Next month, I think it is. Still playing. Still looks unbelievable.
Hey, Gordon, the day get put in his Scotland squad. 41.
Is he 41?
41. I'm see Angus, if if does he get playing and a 41-year-old comes in, he'll be getting his pension book soon. It's a wee bit of a. You've got to stamp your authority. He's got to step up, I think.
He won't be.
I know he's a good keeper.
He has done well for us.
I know he
has. It's a good find for Steve.
I think he's just bringing him in because he's done well. Gordon as well, a 41-year-old. It's
still playing. Aye.
For a keper, that's all right. They don't gain on.
Stand there all day.
I don't like it.
Kick and catch it. I
know they kick it and catch it. They don't gain on. I don't like. I used to hit them all the time. I just don't like it.
Some of them can't even kick it, by the way.
I know. It's good when you get them with somebody at their feet and you can tell they're so uncomfortable when you get back to their feet.
Yeah.
And they're like that, you're going, well, you get them back, but why do players do that? I mean, keeper doesn't want it. He's like, get up and back, get up.
It's not like that now.
I know.
Keep the ball, the players.
I know, but some keepers, I mean, we couldn't get back Pat Bonner, he was hopeless. He catch it, yes, no problem, he made a good save, but put the ball at his feet and try to play football?
Yeah.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Harder to think.
Aye.
Different time, different
I know.
ways.
I
Pep's
know.
changed football.
Of course, well, it wasn't FC. They say it was Pep, but it wasn't Pep. It was Johan Cruyff. That's who changed. That's who changed.
What, total football you're talking about?
He says, Pep says it was Cruyff that changed it. Total football, that's what he'd done.
Yeah.
Well, there's an argument that Ajax team in the early 70s playing total football were actually copying Celtic.
Right.
In the late 60s, early 70s. And the Lisbon Lions were actually playing that kind of, you know,
We started it.
They all come from Amsterdam.
Got a few of them were on holiday.
I think the definition of total football is that every player in the pitch can play any position in the pitch. That's maybe, I can't imagine Big Billy playing right wing right enough, so that's maybe no.
No, I mean, I remember playing against Cruyff, and I kept asking him for his jersey. I want his jersey.
Aye.
Very unprofessional, but I mean...
Was that
You might change your habit of life, did you?
Did you say, by the way, fancy going to Toledo Junction after the game?
Can I get a couple of pubs?
So you played against them all in Champions League games, so that great Barcelona
I
team.
didn't touch any of them.
No.
Who's your...
The best one I played against?
Aye.
See, everyone thinks it's going to be Messi
Aye.
or Ronaldo. I played against Ronaldo doing it at Man United, and Strachan was like, you need to double up on him. And it was me and Matt Wilson out there on the right hand side thinking, oh, two Scottish guys against this guy. I think we're going to struggle. We actually done all right, but Nani ran the show.
Aye.
We all forgot about him.
Aye.
And he just kept doing step overs, twists, turns. We got battered 3-0. But the best that I've played against, Iniesta.
Aye.
Yeah.
He was one of these players that no matter where he was on the park, just knew that he could turn and go forward.
Always the space.
But he was sharp, he was rapid, and he could go both ways, and he was just sharper and quicker than what I was, and I thought I could run and
Probably
I could
the
tackle.
smallest midfield you've played against. Messi, Iniesta, Xavi.
He had Biscuits in there as well. That was
Aye,
quite
the big
tall, but
guy,
he was like the big Rodri there now.
Of course.
Nice and controlled, but like Xavi and Iniesta were a joke. Just kept the ball, and it wasn't like they were like Xavi wasn't rapid.
No.
But technically just touched away from trouble. Played. Biscuits was lovely on the forward passes, and Iniesta was a wee magician. He was just brilliant, and just couldn't get near him.
Were you one for swapping jerseys?
Never.
No.
No, I remember we got pumped 7 or whatever it was. We were 3-0, 4-0 down at half time, and we're walking up the stairs at New Camp. So you go underneath, and you go all the way up these stairs, and chapel on the left hand side, and all the lads are fucking like, the fuck's happening? The tops off. Someone was breaking it. Up there, they're all like taking their tops off at half time. A few of them, it was all younger kids and all that were in the squad. And I was like, what are you doing?
Aye.
We're getting our arse felt.
Aye.
And we're all swapping t-shirts showing respect to them. I was like, no. We went out the second half, we weren't any better. It made me feel better about myself.
It made you feel better when I got Aye, no.
But I swapped. I got an Elkers when we played France, and Fadi scored the wonder goal. I got an Elkers that night, and me and Hutz played as a joint right back partnership against Malouda and Anelka, and it was a back 9. It was brilliant. None of us went forward, and then when Hutz did go forward, they probably dived anyway. So it was a great day, to be fair. And that was me after 10 coffees, 2 Pro Plus, can of Red Bull.
Aye, I like it.
Just get myself ready.
I like your Red Bull. Talking a million.
No wonder I was a psycho.
He's out of the place.
So you don't swap jerseys, but do you keep any jerseys that are special to the ones you've worn? Do you, like, I'm thinking, do you have a kind of wall of fame?
What size of house jacket you got?
I was going on to where does he keep his medals?
Aye.
Just so we can let all the housebreakers know.
Aye,
I didn't. I kept like the big ones, obviously.
Aye.
So I kept first Scotland, first Hibs Cup final, first Celtic, first League Cup. Well, first Cup final for Celtic, then first League, and all the trebles. I kept fucking on him at that stage. We kept winning, so we were all right. But no, it was good, to be fair. I was saying that I was in Airdrie at the weekend. Being Soonest. And Tam tells a story about me slaughtering the lad. But it was brilliant, honestly. It was like 90 to 95% of Rangers fans, right? And I'm sitting there going, fucking Jesus, what have I walked into here? Come on, Graham. And the two of us are in this charity. And he's like, I'll be all right. So they've asked Graham, they're like, Graham, you've played in some amazing games, like you've played. Yeah, what's been like your best medal that you've won? And he's talking about like the European Cup, the last one. I'm going, fucking Jesus. Right, what am I going to do here? So like, Scotty, what's your favourite one? I was like, looking around going, I'm not sure. Not sure if it was the first treble, second treble, first treble, fourth. I was like, oh no, am I really going to have to run at this? To be fair, I got heckled a wee bit.
You'd have liked that.
He enjoyed my wee bit of banter and stuff.
He loves all that banter.
It was good, to be fair.
Some people haven't mentioned James Forrest.
James just keeps winning. A wee silent assassin, eh?
Honestly, but his record for
I thought he was finishing last year. Was at a golf day. He was at his testimonial. I thought he's coming to an end, but he's just keep going.
He got a new lease of life under Brendan again. It's been great.
Brilliant.
To be fair, and they kind of missed him a wee bit because he's like an old-fashioned winger. He dribbles,
he gives you that there. He doesn't lose the ball. Doesn't lose the ball. That's a good thing.
Which his work rate is still brilliant, and you want goals and assists, and that's what James does.
Talking about work rate, what about Maida?
Oh my God, he's got.
86
I thought I had a wee Duracell bunny.
I know, but 86 minutes. You see that run he made.
It's a
but
joke.
the thing with that, Kyle got in a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? Chased the boy.
Kyle go all the way back against Rangers. Tons, drives
unbelievable. I mean, that's team. That's what you know. You got a good team.
They're all working
see
that front three.
Aye.
Like whoever it is, James, Kyle, Maida, Kuhn, Palmer. The work rate that Brendan expects them to do is exceptional. And to be fair, Maida looks like he can go again. Like for another 90 minutes.
Duracell pattern.
Just keeps going.
He's coming off the part and he looks as if he's just gone it. He looks as if
he's not going out, by the way.
No, I know.
He's probably going home to the treadmill.
I seen him in a restaurant.
He was a bit like that as well,
How was that?
I was on the treadmill in the booth.
I used to go away for the game and have a wee lie down for half an hour. Then go it.
You do a bit chasing on the pitch and then do a bit chasing later on.
Go it. Well, no, I'd go it and go to bed and then I'd get him.
Did you ever regret not getting a chance to properly play under Ange?
I would like to have seen him train and what he done and that, but I knew it was my time. I just knew. I says to myself at the start of that season, right, this is it, one way or the other. To be fair, should I retire? Maybe, probably should have, but I went up to Aberdeen to try and learn and to have an understanding, and because Glassy was there, and I was there with Glassy at Hibs, and we kept in touch for the whole time. And when you get that opportunity to go and learn the other side of it, and I don't know if I would have ever got that opportunity at Celtic. I never really asked, if I'm honest. But to have somebody come up and offer me that was the next best thing for me, because I probably shouldn't have done the playing coach. I should have probably just done more of the coaching and having an understand, because it was a great experience for me. And but to be fair, my last ever goal was at Ibrox, a diving header. So it's not bad for Aberdeen. I played them twice.
Good way to finish it.
We'll take the 4 points off. Thanks very much. Come again.
But there's that famous clip when Ange's just arrived, and the one when they went viral is on the training ground, and it's where the "We Never Stop" thing first came. You know, when he was shouting at all the players, "We never stop, we never stop." I wonder if you looked at that and thought, "Thank God."
That was my game. That was the only thing I could do.
How could you have put up with like Greg coming into midfield and not in your space? Would you have said anything to him? He keeps running into midfield. And
to be fair, it's inverted fullbacks. It's brilliant.
I know, but
we play that now.
He keeps running up front. I'd have been saying, "Fuck off!"
Go on, wee man, get yourself a goal, son. Saves me running forward. I hated running forward. That was one thing. I was not a big fan of that.
He's running up strikers now. He's beating us. And I'm good. I know, but the striker we could go in that last year, wasn't it? Because there was too many people in his position. That's what I thought.
You'd rather have 4 or 5 in the box than one.
Yeah, when the boy's coming in, but I'm a great believer. I don't know what you think. I'm a great believer. Last year when we went forward, well, Celtic, I'm saying we, but when Celtic went forward, a midfield player shouldn't have his back to goal. So they were going in the box and they were turning and getting the ball, and I'm going,
it's because they dominate possession so much.
Though. I know, but
because teams go deeper and deeper and deeper.
I just think as a first year I played, then I thought, I like to always come in and just defenders can't pick you up.
But see the control you get with playing that inverted. You can just dominate the middle of the park, and that is the biggest thing in football.
Well, thing does it. Johnson does it well. He doesn't go out to outside left.
No, so one goes in at a time. So watch the jump. But Greggy comes in more. Cal will jump over and they'll squeeze the game a lot more. Johnson will.
He's got some injury on him as well. Taylor, he's got some injury on him.
Kuhn will always come in. Kuhn's left footed, naturally wants to drift in the park. Johnson can go around him. Where Maeda can go.
Oh, he does the
job probably.
He does
for left.
He's going. Does he just runs?
Just keeps
I
going.
know. He just keeps going, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Right, before we get any further, we've got
Before we finish,
your regular feature. Thanks for the memories. We'll ask the guest questions about your career, right? So Scott, let's see how much you've studied the old DVDs and whatever, right? So
there was no DVDs when you played.
Betamax.
The famous Centenary Cup final 1988 when Frank scored 2 to beat Dundee United 2-1. The winner, can you remember who got the assist?
Who got the assist?
Corner kick was sent in by Joe Miller, and then someone
Wee Joe.
And then someone had a shot and kind of mishit it into Frank's path.
Big guy.
Starkey.
There you go.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. That's really good.
I was going to get a clue there. I played with him at St Mum.
Second question. How many caps? Well, you get 55 caps for Scotland.
55.
Frank's number of caps is similar to that. Do you know how many caps Frank got for Scotland?
You should actually, because one of the guys asked me a question and Jersey over there, so there you go. Told you we're pissed.
327 he told me at the time.
My dreams.
I'll go 10.
No.
When did you get?
5.
5.
Fell out with 3 managers, so it was good.
That was alright in 5 games, eh?
You should have got more than that.
I should have got more than that. See if they stuck in.
I know. The final question, I've got another Scotland related one. He played in the Mexico World Cup for Scotland. Can you remember who the first game
Mexico was
1986.
86. I was 1.
Alright.
Okay, so you should.
I just remember
you should know.
sucking that bottle, watching that.
I'm glad you said sucking that
bottle of milk with one eye. Looking at that, mind the big, massive black and white tellies. That with channel 1 to 4 it was. Who did he score against?
Who did he play against his first game in the World Cup in '86?
West Germany.
Nearly right.
Germany was the next game.
That was the next game. It was Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always good to test people on knowledge of this.
Playing against the proper loud drop, the big one.
The big old Michael.
Brilliant. What a player.
You did all right. Did okay with that.
I'll take that.
There you go.
Mindful of our time because there's a match to watch tonight.
The match to watch, yes.
I need to finish with the big question. You ever see yourself as Celtic manager?
I can answer that, aye.
What, you?
I want to put your codes out.
I want to say, can you ever see yourself as Celtic manager? Fucking jing the time's up.
No, I can't even work a computer. I can't even go that one.
We've just
can't even go that route.
We've bought Scott a bit of time to think about his answer.
You've not bought me any time. Concentrating in here.
That's
my main thing is that you need to do a good job at here. You've got to go there and earn it right before you go anywhere else. And we went down to Fleetwood, we learned a lot. We had a great first season, second season, obviously. There was no money in the club at the time and that, but you learn from that, from your mistakes, and it's better to make these mistakes early on in your career when you're young and you're enthusiastic than later on in your career when it means so much more because you're maybe at a higher club.
I always thought you'd done the right thing going down to smaller clubs. A lot of people that at your level don't want to do that. They want to go right into the big clubs, and I'm thinking, you've not learned anything yet. Because at some point you're going to make a mistake, and you're going to learn how to deal with it. And I thought it's great to get in the leagues and
see. The one good thing is going down England as well. We managed to get away from the whole media up here. So if you do make any mistakes,
I know
it's just you're just another person down the road in a big pond where we make a load of mistakes up here. Yet when our first job, you probably not seen again.
No.
So we probably went down there and learned a bit, but it's brilliant because at Ayr we've not got thousands of staff. We've got so many good people that want to work hard and
salt
they
all
come together.
What wee clubs?
It's good because you know everyone's name.
I know.
You know when somebody's not done their job.
I know.
So
I hope, as a Celtic supporter, I hope you get there one day. So as a manager.
High hard work.
Well,
Of course.
Ayr first, and then
First leg, win some. Yeah,
once he's won the Champions League with Ayr, then Celtic might come forward.
But you can do that into Total Cup now. Remember, he used to do that. Ruffy Partick Thistle, he was talking about it.
Oh, we got into the
Anglo-Scottish and all that kind
the
of
Fair
crap,
Play
like,
Award.
The Fair Play Award.
Imagine, how did I get into that?
Brilliant.
I can never imagine how I got into that.
Brilliant. Aye.
And also, what I meant to say as well, the Barnett's changed and became a manager too.
It's midlife crisis. I think I'm on
Suits
3.
you.
So,
Suits you.
nah, it was. The kids wanted to see if I could grow hair, and I wasn't really too sure. So I kind of started growing it during COVID. It started to actually properly grow, but it goes fucking fast.
I know.
I'm not a big fan. I've got to use a hairdryer now. I don't even know what's happened to my life. Just used to let it drip dry.
He's not using straighteners.
All right.
Just
Draw the line.
Scott, absolute pleasure. Thanks for
Yeah,
taking the
thanks,
time.
pal.
All your
Really
busy,
appreciate
so
it.
brilliant. So
Really appreciate it.
thanks a lot.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, lads.
And we'll see you again for the next
Don't forget,
episode
so-
of Let Me Be Frank. And remember, before we go, hit the subscribe
Right,
button
yeah.
at the bottom of the screen. TikTok, Instagram, all the usual stuff. And the numbers are great, so keep them going. Thanks a lot for keeping supporting us.